The Delivery Driver's Dream.
The alarm blared at 4:30 a.m., a familiar sound for Elara. She stretched, then quickly got ready for her shift. As a parcel delivery driver, her day started early, and she liked the quiet hum of the city waking up. By 6 a.m., Elara was at the dock. Her truck was already loaded by the diligent dock workers. She grabbed her manifest, a long list of stops, and saw her first delivery was downtown. Leaving the dock around 7 a.m., Elara started her route. The sun hadn't fully risen, but the sky promised a clear day. Downtown, store and shop owners were already out, sweeping sidewalks and hosing them down, preparing for the day. Restaurants set out tables and chairs, ready for their first customers. Porch lights still glowed from the night before. Automatic sprinklers whirred on, and people walked their dogs or jogged along the streets. Elara was on the last part of her manifest, heading to a historic neighborhood she was always excited to visit. She loved to imagine what it was like when it was thriving and prosperous. She pictured a vibrant community with many stores, barber shops, law offices, grocery stores, movie theaters, and even hotels. Some residents even had private planes. There was no reason to leave. Everything they needed was right there, and their income flowed back into the community. As Elara entered the neighborhood, something felt different. The clothing, the cars, and even the shops and homes looked vintage, not just old, but from another time. Her manifest showed her first stop was a furniture store, but when she arrived, it was clearly a residential address. Elara knocked on the door, and an attractive middle-aged woman, Serafina, answered. "Excuse me?" Elara began. "Sorry to bother you, but my manifest says this is supposed to be a furniture store." Serafina laughed, looking puzzled. "No, this is my family's home. It's been in our family for generations." "This is 2025, Elara said, "and you've had this for generations?" Serafina looked even more confused. "Are you okay?" "This is 1921. Would you like some water?" Elara felt a chill. She walked back to her delivery truck, and it had changed. The metal was gone, replaced by wood, a boxy shape with rubber wheels and spokes. Inside, the cardboard packages were now wooden crates. Her brown uniform had transformed into a white shirt, black tie, black pants, and a military-style cap. Maybe I've been in the sun too long, she thought, but deep down she felt lost, unsure where she was. Serafina returned with her father, Mr. Johnson, a retired Marine from World War I. He was about 5 feet 10 inches, with a full head of gray hair, standing tall with a commanding voice. "I am Mr. Johnson," he said. "I've seen things like this in the war, but I'm no doctor." Elara sat on the porch, finishing her water. Mr. Johnson was incredibly proud to be an American. A flagpole with the American flag waved proudly in his front yard. He believed this was the greatest country for black people, mentioning that many ex-servicemen and women lived in their town. "Let me show you around," he offered. "Anything you need, you can find it here." America is the land of opportunity. Suddenly, a black man ran down the street, shouting about trouble in a nearby town. A black man was accused of touching a white woman, and a mob was looking for trouble. Black men grabbed their guns, but were reluctant to use them. Houses began to burn, store windows shattered, and racial slurs filled the air. Mr. Johnson, still convinced it could be stopped, put on his uniform and stood in front of his house, hand on his heart, by the flagpole. It didn't matter. He was shot in the head. It was estimated 300 men, women, and children were killed. Just then, Elara's alarm blared, 4:30 a.m. She woke up, heart pounding. It had all been a vivid, horrifying dream. This story was based on a true event. In 1921, a violent mob attacked the Black community in the Greenwood District of Oklahoma. The attack lasted for 3 days. The last survivor passed away in 2018, Leslie Benningfield Randall. There have been lawsuits filed to recover property and lives as a result of this massacre. There have been efforts to provide financial compensation to the descendants of the victims. The massacre and reparations have been discussed, but there have been many challenges. It's a lesson in human history of how jealousy and envy can result in destruction. This story was written by Kevin R. Gregory. If you enjoyed this story, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.